Do you believe in soulmates?
Well, that's a huge question. Do I believe in soulmates? I don't. Believe that, because I think it's really complicated as you grow up and you go through life, and like the what seems to be the end of the world or your entire world in one moment.
Yeah.
Like, you look back on it and maybe it wasn't exactly what you thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But it's almost like I believe that there's like multiple. Like there's different, like there's, as you go through life, there's a soulmate of that moment. There's what's right for you as you are. Because also, like, I've changed. I don't know if I'm the same person I was when I was 17. So, like, is the same theoretical soulmate that was right for me at 17, could that even possibly be the person that's right for me now at 22? Like,
That's really interesting, and it's very similar to what I would say. My answer has always been that I do believe in soulmates, but I don't think everyone's promised to find their soulmate. Is people die every day, people die alone, and I don't think that you're limited to one soulmate. So it's very similar to.
the other big thought I'm having is that, like, we perceive that there's only so many people, like, that could be our soulmates, or that we must interact with them because they're our soulmates. But, like, what if your soulmate is, like, in, I don't know, like, North London right now, just, like, eating breakfast or whatever time. You'll never meet them. That's such a pessimistic outlook on, like, love and soulmates that I just refuse to believe that it's one person out of 8 billion. And if you don't find them, you're, you know.
That's kind of how I think too, is like, yeah, it's almost like not worth it to like obsess over this idea of one soulmate, because like you said, they could be in freaking Norway and like you're not going to find them. So I think, and almost like with the music too, like when you like have a heartbreak or you obsess about one person, you kind of, I mean, it's so corny to say there's other fish in the sea, but like you kind of blind yourself to other options, which is just an interesting.
And I think that's natural. I think the only way to find the connection that you're looking for when you even, like, on the topic of like soulmates, is to give your all to somebody. Like I choose every day to believe that the relationship I'm in now, that she is my soulmate, right? But I think that that's what you need to do. Like, I think you have to give all of yourself to get everything back. And in a breakup, in the moments when that doesn't work, that's the part that makes it difficult, is you gave everything and you had to fucking rebuild it all.
Well, that's so amazing that you say that, though, because I feel like we live in a world where you have a girlfriend, or you have whatever, one girl, a wife. We have the highest divorce ever. We have the highest breakups, the highest depression, highest anxiety. And I think it's because social media gives us so much opportunity to compare. It's so easy to go online and be like, oh, this girl looks hotter than my girlfriend, or this girl's accomplishing more. What?
I don't do that because I couldn't if I wanted to.
Oh, dude, this guy's locked in. He already knows. You're locked in. But that's something I respect. And like I'm religious, and there's something in the Bible that says you basically the Bible says nothing about picking your soulmate, but it says that a bunch of different things about loving the person you're with. It says if you're with, and that was from the time period of like arranged marriages, so it makes sense. But I always thought that concept's so interesting, because as humans, we're always like, how do I find the right person? How do I pick the right person? But I like that what you were saying was like, I'm with someone now, and I got to, like, as long as I'm with them, I have to believe they're the right person.
Let me put it this way. If you're with somebody and you don't in your whole heart believe that they are the person, I don't want to tell you to break up with someone.
Yeah, but
what are you wasting your time for?
No, you're right. I'm with you. I think this is great. Yeah. Great advice. Great advice.
I do in some ways agree, though, that I think culturally, like, on what I just said, like the social media thing, like, I think we're in a time more than ever where it will test your, like, true investment in your relationship. Because if you don't feel like the way that I do, or the way many people do, it's going to put a crack. It's going to, every day you're going to open up Instagram and maybe you see that other girl. And again, if you're not coming from that place of like really feeling like you've done you have exactly what you want, that shit's gonna mess with you.
I mean, it's interesting from someone like your perspective and maybe myself in the future where it's like, I mean, you're making like love music, so I'm sure your DMs as you grow are just gonna get flooded and flooded, which is,
I mean,
it's just interesting.
like, I don't know. I think anybody that is public facing in some way, it's just like more opportunities for people to reach out to you.
Yeah. Do you read your DMs like from a business perspective?
I do in that sense, and also I do like that's when you say DMs, my first thought is not like some random shit that I'm gonna ignore. Like, DMs tend to be like a safer place. I think that people like. Well, the favorite thing I have is that like the music connects emotionally, and that makes people feel like they know me, and not in like the you don't know me way, but in the that's amazing, and they'll text me paragraphs about their life for advice. And I think as the scale has grown, it's been more difficult for me to get back to everybody. But, like I love the few that I get to like properly open and respond to. Like that's a real person. That's real feelings and they are reaching out to someone they feel close to, which is their version of me. So that's what my DMs are mostly that. I'll say that much is that 99% of my DMs are just people asking for advice.
That's amazing.